Welcome all of you. Today's topic is biogeochemical cycles. Biogeochemical cycle is a pathway by which a chemical substance moves through both biotic and abiotic compartments of earth. A cycle is a series of change which comes back to the starting point and which can be repeated. The term biogeochemical tells us the biological, geological and chemical factors are involved in it. The circulation of chemical nutrients like carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, calcium, water, etc. through the biological and physical world are known as biogeochemical cycles. In effect, the element is recycled. Although in some cycles there may be places called as reservoirs where the element is accumulated or held for a longer period of time, such as in ocean or lake or water. There are five biogeochemical cycles such as water or hydrological cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, phosphorus cycle and sulfur cycle. Today's lecture will be based on water and carbon cycle. Let's start with the water cycle. Water cycle is the cycle of evaporation and condensation that controls the distribution of the earth's water as it evaporates from water bodies, condenses, precipitates and returns back to those water bodies. Let us see water cycle in detail. So water can be in atmosphere, on the land, in the ocean and even underground. It is recycled over through the water cycle. In the cycle, water changes the states between liquid, solid and gas. Most water vapor gets in the atmosphere by process called evaporation. This process turns the water at the top of the ocean, rivers and lakes into the water vapor into atmosphere using the energy of the sun. Water vapor can also form the snow and ice through the process called sublimation and can evaporate from plants by process called transpiration. Water rises in the atmosphere and cools, forming the tiny water droplets by a process called condensation. Those water droplets make up clouds. If those tiny water droplets combine with each other, they grow larger and eventually become too heavy to stay in the air. They fall to the ground as rain, snow, and other types of precipitation. Most of the precipitation that falls become a part of ocean or a part of river, lakes, streams that eventually lead to the ocean. Some of the snow and ice that falls as precipitation stays at the earth's surface in the glaciers and other types of ice. Some of the precipitation seeps in the ground and become the part of groundwater. So this way the water cycle works in the environment. Next part is carbon cycle. Carbon cycle are the combined processes including photosynthesis, decomposition and respiration by which carbon as a component of various compound cycles between its major reservoirs, the atmosphere, oceans and living organisms. Let's see in detail the carbon cycle. So carbon which is present in atmosphere, it is in CO2 form, that is carbon dioxide. It is taken up by the plants through photosynthesis for production of the food. Later on, the animals which feed on the plants also take up the carbon from the plants, and this way through food chain carbon travels in all the plants and animals. Carbon moves from plants and animals to the ground. When plants and animals die, their bodies, wood, leaves decay, bringing the carbon into the ground. Some become buried miles underground and will become fossil fuel in millions and millions of the years. Carbon also moves from living organism to the atmosphere. Each time you exhale, you are releasing CO2 into the atmosphere. Animals and plants get rid of carbon dioxide gas through a process called respiration. Carbon moves from the fossil fuel to the atmosphere when fuels are burned. When humans burn fossil fuel to power the factories, power plants, cars, and trucks, most of the carbon quickly enters the atmosphere as a carbon dioxide. Each year, 5.5 billion tons of carbon is released by burning fossil fuels. Of the huge amount of carbon that is released from fuels, 3.3 billion tons enters the atmosphere and most of the rest becomes dissolved in the seawater. Carbons move from the atmosphere to the oceans. The oceans and other bodies of water soak up some carbon from the atmosphere. So, this way, the carbon cycle works in the environment. This was all about the water or hydrological cycle and carbon cycle. Thank you.